Happy Friday, Darrell, third grade. It is a beautiful Friday. We have a little bit of math to talk about today. All week we've been reviewing division, and I'm going to add a little twist today. I'm going to teach you a new concept that has to do with division. You're going to do a lot of this in fourth grade, and we're just going to get you started in it in third grade. So you're going to see a lot of my whiteboard today and less of me, but that's what we're going to be talking about. So here we go. All right, Dragons. So up until now, we have been doing equations like 12 divided by 4 equals what? Well, we've been able to figure out that if I needed to divide my total number of 12 into 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, that each of those groups would have 3, right? We can see that. We each have 3 in each one of these groups, right? So I know that 12 divided by 4 is 3. That's what we've been doing all year. All year we've been talking about numbers that fit together evenly. We know that we can get 4 groups of 3 and it will make a nice neat 12. And those are the numbers we've been talking about. As we go into fourth grade and as we move forward, we're going to talk about what if it doesn't go in evenly. So what if I have, instead of 12, I have 14. Let's talk about something we could divide. So we're going to talk about 14 cookies. Okay, we know the answer is not 3 because we know that 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 14 divided by 4 can't also be 3. So we're going to be talking about 14 cookies divided. I'm going to give them evenly. I want to give each of my 4 friends the same amount. So divided into my 4 friends, I'm going to give my 4 friends 14 cookies. And I want to do that evenly. I want them to each have the same amount of cookies because I'm going to be very upset if all my friends get more cookies than me. So I know that 12 divided by 4 gave my friends each 3 cookies. If I was dividing 12 cookies, each friend would get these 3 cookies. But 14, I've got these 2 left over. What do I do with those leftover cookies? What am I going to do with those? Where do they go? I know that each friend can get 3 cookies, but then what? What do I do? I know that they can each have 3, but I still have cookies left over, okay? I know from my fractions unit that each one of these cookies I could break in half. Could I not? Could I not take each one of these cookies, and these half markers down here are not magnets, so I can't move them up for you. But is it fair to say that I could break each of these cookies in half right down the center like this? And I could give a piece to each one, and that would work with my 4 groups, wouldn't it? Because each one could have a half. So each person could have 3.5 cookies. So I could say that my answer is 3.5. 3.5. Because I have cookies and I can break them in half. But let's try this same scenario. Let's try this same idea, but let's try it with balloons. I have 14 balloons and I have 4 friends, and I want to give those friends each the same amount of balloons. My equation again is 14 divided by 4 equals what? Well, again, we know that 12 divided by 4 left me with 3 per friend, right? So I know that each of these friends, now they're balloons. Now they're balloons, and I know that each of my friends gets 3 balloons. But again, here we are. I've got 2 extra balloons over here. I've got 2 balloons floating away. These are not good balloons. 2 balloons over here, and I don't know where to put them. Now with the cookies, I just broke that cookie in half, didn't I? No problem there. What about balloons? Can I break a balloon in half? Can I chop this balloon in half like this, and I'll just give half to one person and half to the other? No, what do you think? No, I can't do that with balloons. There's going to be lots of things in life that we're not going to be able to split evenly because the number doesn't go into 14 evenly. So what do I do with these two balloons? Well, we have something in division called a remainder. Remainder. Root word is what? What is the root word does it sound like of remainder? Remain. To remain in one place. Have you heard that before? To remain in one place? To stay in one place? What's left? Who remains? Everybody went to the store, but a few remain. The things that are left behind, the things that are left over. So here's my remainder. I can write my answer of 14 divided by 4 as 3, and then we don't write out this big long word remainder. We just write a big R. Remainder 2, okay? They all went evenly until these last two, and these two did not fit in 14 evenly. So now I've got 3 evenly, remainder 2 left over, and that can be your answer. You can actually write it in this format: 3R2, 3 remainder 2, and that tells us that 3 went in nicely, but there were 2 left over, and we couldn't cut them in half because they would pop. They weren't like our cookies. So we have something called a remainder in division. I'm going to talk more about that in just a minute.